As we have a new heat getting started, Carissa, Gabby, Bryan, Sally Fitzgibbons will see their opener getting underway quickly. Sally getting the quick start. Jams it off the top, and she will go down on her finishing move. She was hoping for a quick start here in heat number 3.
High performance types of waves. Here's the replay of Fitzgibbons on her opening ride.
Yeah, Sal just getting a little bit of work done down the line here. Just goes up and under for that big closeout jam. And it looks like Carissa Moore, she's going to get her campaign underway for Roxy Pro.
Well, Carissa, it's just a quick in and out, but just watching the opening days and the lead up to this first round of competition, those free surfing sessions before the event window, without doing a lot of turns, if you go chasing the corner of a wave that, you know, it really doesn't have one, it extends out a long way. It just feels like you've got to drop to the bottom, square up, and rip in.
Yeah, it comes back to finding your rhythm as we see Gabby up and riding.
Looks like she has found one of those corners, but again, you just have to fit those moves in. I mean, maybe there was only that one turn on offer, so maybe squaring up and getting that big move done and turning in potentially the number of the heat so far might have been a better option.
Yeah, it could have been.
Gabriela's maybe going to take a chance here. She had a 2.07 on her last ride. And this one's going to shut down, unfortunately. The surfers have plenty of time out there, though. And Sally's still hanging on to that priority, and she's going to opt to go here. Let's see what she can do with it. First priority is to get a whole lot of speed, and she's going to try and drive around this section. Does well to find that open face, and now goes to set up some big turns in the hook. Oh, really huge snap there. Sal had a 2.33 on her opening ride, and that one should be a bit better. So that'll be the best number of the heat so far.
But just look at how far she guns down the line here. So at the moment, Sal's just eyes looking at where her moment is. Just here, a nice check turn. This next little section, now she squares it up off the bottom. A nice vertical hit just to finish off. But you can see the signs here. That little bit bigger wave as we come down further onto the Money Tree section. And now it slows up, and Sal on this bird's eye view here just hammers that section. You've got a full view.
Reef break, tricky sections. She just always commits with that big backhand approach, as we see now. Carissa trying to get herself into this heat. Quick start, grabs that rail, thinks about the barrel for a moment. Doesn't find any cover, so she'll go to turns. She's going to kick out of this one.
Good signs here, Ron. I like it. You can see things really starting to change quickly. So you can see she identified here just straight away. You can see it stretching out. She goes, hang on a minute. You know, that's a better option than actually just driving around that section. She gets a nice hook off the top, and then this wave just peters out. Maybe another last snap to finish things off would have been okay. But the bird's eye view here, just beautiful snap from Carissa. And just so strong.
Sally Fitzgibbons had a 5.83, very well rewarded for the commitment on that final section. As we see Gabriela up, the 20-year-old rookie, just hacking her way through a couple of big jams here, and she does well to hang on to the finish. And that's another committed turn. That section, it can rattle the best. Does start to get pretty shallow on the inside there, but Gabriela committed to finishing that one off. And wait for the wave to slow down, and here's the replay of Gabriela's last ride.
Yeah, well, Gabriela's just picked off a nice wave here, because you can see instead of taking off and just gunning it down the line and trying to get to the section, she's right in the pocket from the word go, comes square off the bottom, gets a nice snap, doesn't overcommit because she sees there's more work to be done down here, gets the second and then the third committed hit. She grabbed a nice little three-turn combination there.
And Carissa now, so much speed as she hammers down the line. And she's going to dig in. Big transition hook there. Out into the pocket again. And this wave's given her the opportunity for some combinations on the end of this ride. This one's tapering, though. She's juicing it for points, but it will be interesting to see how it stacks up against Gabriela Bryan's ride, which did shut down, but it stayed steep and quite tall from the outset.
So a replay here of Carissa, you can see just pumping for speed, and now she picks her moment, comes off the bottom. Nice phantom spray on the first one. A little bit of tail release on the second and the third. And the bulk of the points already done here, just a couple of clean-up wiggles to finish off. you know, going through the motions. And this is a replay of Sal's wave. This happened behind Carissa's one. A big wall here, and does well to hold on to that one. Big float to finish off, and does she hold on? No.
A little under a point in the point score difference between those two competitors. Sally Fitzgibbons, she's got a 5.83, but she needs a 3.74 to get herself up in the lead. Love that section. Deep though, Sally Fitzgibbons. She definitely committed. She went all in on trying to punch her way through that foam balling section.
She's going to be coming in here with no pressure, just free to really surf the way she has been, and perhaps in the last couple of events has been surfing a little bit restricted, knowing the consequences were on hand.
Well, here goes Gabriela Bryan, sitting in third position at the moment after a 2.39 to get herself up into that lead, and a couple of solid hits there on a good size wave.
And then this is Gabby's one, just streaking down the line here. Another committed turn, bit more of a lip gliding snap, and then the second one, and then the wave runs off.
So impressed with the punch in Gabriela's surfing as we see Carissa Moore absolutely tee off on the first section here of what is wave number 4 for the 5-time world champion. Number of big hits on this one, and she needs, you know, next to nothing to improve her lead here. Just looking to better a 3.23, and she's certainly going to do that.
Oh, that's the number of the heat so far, without a doubt, by a long shot. May even see this go into the excellent range. That was just very, very stylish, committed surfing. Well, for a start, she got one of these waves that has just had a beautiful pace to it, fully committed, sort of a re-entry carve off the top for the first one, a more critical snap on the second and third, and then she just does some great work down the line here. Timing was absolutely perfect as it tapered off down the line, gets a little fin release, bit of tail drift.
The dominance isn't there, especially through the opening parts of the season. You think about where Stephanie Gilmore and Carissa are at the moment. Yes, they're in a position to make a strike at the lead, but they haven't had a victory yet this year.
No, and it's, you know, case in point exactly is Isabella Nichols at the last event.
Needs a 9.33, and time's really winding down here, under a minute to go. Carissa Moore's moved to the inside. She's really wanting to get rid of this 6.33 and really put it out of reach for Gabriela Bryan. Nice ride here that she's connected with. Grabs the rail, tucks into the tube, finding her way through this one. And she gets the exit, the low road exit for Carissa Moore, checks the watch and says thank you very much. 30 seconds to go. And this number could be huge. What a barrel ride, and what a read on a tricky exit.
Oh, that was incredible, and that was just a great setup.
Really paced herself through the start of this ride, Rich. She saw something special down the line.
Yeah, look, she could see it walling up, and it's a hard thing to do, is get your pace right at this wave, but you can see there she backdoors this section, perfect pig dog stance, and then she sees that little window, and if she had left that any longer, she would not have got out of this barrel. Got the hand on the rail to steady herself. She saw her little opportunity, which was, well, it was a very small opportunity. Great vision here from up above, and then just gets that window, the doggy door as we like to call it.
Not a lot of emotion from Carissa. She just really wanted to make sure that she got the finish on that occasion. But have a look at the numbers. An 8.83 to go with the 8.33. Impressive stuff. And she's marching directly through to the quarterfinal.